like to call to order the Public Safety Highway Facility Needs, Public Safety and Highway Facilities Needs Assessment Feasibility Committee for Wednesday, February 16th at 9:02 a.m. So this morning, we're just going to, I'm assuming that everybody's got everything to where they're comfortable with it, just to make sure if there's any other follow-up questions. We have one set of meeting minutes. We have some other meeting minutes coming. They were unable to get those for us, so we'll probably have one more follow-up meeting just to approve those minutes, and then we'll be done with it. So we'll go in rotation again, start with the fire department. I don't know if it's Kelly or Kent that's going to do it.
I don't know either.
But if there's any, I don't know if there's any follow-up information you have.
You heard me last week. She edited this again yesterday, so.
I just basically created a concise document, and then in the SharePoint, I sent out to all of you the more detailed summary with an assessment of our building. So I'm assuming for this meeting, you just want to go over what we would be looking for in a new facility or what we think we might need. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, no, so, and this is my thought, and anybody has a difference of opinion, then please share it. I think we reached a point where we have our information, so
Okay.
if we have a condensed version, so we can forward that off to the next
Sure.
departments, and then everybody's already created their backup information for when the questions arise from those committees.
Yep.
It might be a good way to move forward. If everybody's in agreement with that, that's, if you have anything that you want to add, that you changed or whatever, that's perfectly fine, then go ahead and do that, but that's what my thoughts were for this particular meeting.
I wasn't present at the last meeting, but I'm assuming that, Kent, you went over stuff for the future and everything that was in this document. I didn't really add anything to it that I think that I necessarily need to follow up on.
As long as everyone's got that SharePoint of the whole presentation of different, it was summarized last week.
I know you got called out for a call.
That's right, too.
Yeah.
That was previous to that, so. Things that we need is we need to keep our janitorial supplies all in one area. Our IT, we have, our IT is pretty much a joke right now, as far as the closet it's in. We're gonna need, like, a gear racks for like 40 sets of gear, things like that.
Right.
It's all listed out in
Yes.
this, I don't know that I need to necessarily read through it here.
No, you don't need to read through it there, so again, just my goal is to help all three departments to be able to expedite the process to get through the next steps. We basically created a menu for them to look at.
Yep.
And then you're going to have to, as the questions arise from the different boards and committees that you'll be in front of, to explain any questions that they may have. And I think from what everybody's presented, you should be able to back up anything that they ask.
Yep, the menus.
Everybody's already provided all that information.
The menu's right in here, so I think we're good if you're comfortable with that sheet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I would just ask the town administrator's opinion on that to see if he has anything that he may want to add to that. It seems that's my thoughts of moving forward. It may be a logical way to go. You good with that? Yep.
I'm good.
You good? You good, Kelly? Adam?
All I did was clean up the language a little bit. That was recommended. I put 10 people currently plus 2 for future expansion in parentheses.
Yep.
So that way it was
Yeah,
clear.
just so it's clear,
Yeah, so
easy to
it's
read.
clear.
Yep.
Everything else stayed the same.
Okay.
So I just cleared that up, so I'm good.
All right, thank you.
Same with the police department. We did another sheet to simulate Adams, what he had last week. It's basically bullet points of my original presentation without the pictures, has all the information.
Yeah.
So I have nothing more to add. And if I'll make a motion that this committee takes the materials that we put together and move it to the Board of Selectmen or building facilities.
Yeah,
Wherever it goes from.
I would suggest that because the Board of Selectmen created this committee to just send it back to them so they can process it and send it to wherever they choose to send it.
Okay, so I would make a motion that this committee take the materials that we put together on the presentations and forward it to the Board of Selectmen for their review.
I would second it.
All right, motion made by Nick and seconded by Ken. Any further discussion on it? The only comment that I have is, did you clarify the capacity of your meeting room? I just remember that as a sticking point in my head.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Anybody else have anything? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so now we have some meeting minutes from January 19th.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
couple recommended modifications, just in,
To the meeting minutes?
yes, please,
Okay.
this is for January 19th. Just throughout the document, it just represents Assistant Chief Manning just as her first name. I'd like for that to read with her rank and last name, would be nice. And my title at the top says Community Director, it's Community Development Director. And on the motion, it says the motion to adjourn was made by you. I don't believe you make the motion. I believe I made the motion and it was seconded. Could be anyone.
Okay. Did you note those edits on your copy? You did. Does anybody else have anything to add to that?
To make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
As amended.
Second.
Motion made by Matt Benoit to approve the minutes as amended, seconded by Chief Miglianico. All in favor? Aye.
I'll abstain because I missed the last part of the meeting.
January 19th?
You were present.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I was thinking it was last week. Okay. All right, no, I'll,
Good.
aye.
Good try. Good try.
I was thinking it was last week.
Right, so Stephanie is doing the minutes. She has a pretty full plate, so she's a little behind schedule. But as soon as she gets those done, also inquiring to see what the process is so we can just finalize the next 5-minute meeting on approving our minutes, so we don't have another meeting to approve the minutes from that meeting. I'm still unclear as to how that works, but we'll get there. So if nobody has anything else, your outline from all 3 departments, if you could forward those to Lisa to make sure that she has that as a separate document so she doesn't have to try to go through all these PowerPoint things. It'll make it easier for her to process it and send it off to the place she needs to send it. Other than that, if nobody else, there's Matt. Go ahead.
I just have one comment. I just want to thank the departments for assembling these for us. Their presentations to the public that are on video that they can review to see the condition of these facilities were very good, made by each department. I just want to commend everyone for their efforts at this meeting, and I'm excited to see how this project moves forward.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot, to back up what Matt said, everybody put in a lot of hard work. Very frustrating going through it, especially with some of my questions, I'm sure, but that's okay. The goal is just to make this a success for everybody. With that, look for a motion to adjourn if nobody has anything else.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Chief Miglianico, seconded by Adam Furno. All in favor?
Aye.
You good, Ken?
Yeah.
All right.